Hello. How is everyone doing? So, the week has ended, and just taking a look across the markets, that how has the week ended. So, let's start with the Nasdaq itself. And if we go here on the weekly time frame, just take a look, zoom in. So, overall, yes, market has created this engulfing candle, but not able to take out this top, which is fine. We're still respecting this trend line over here, so that's okay. So this is what is happening on the weekly. Once again, RSI you can see is right in the overbought region, so this sort of thing is something need to be careful of, because if you look in the past, we have seen a lot of times when we see rejections from the high RSI. Look at over here, so something to be careful of. Let's jump to the daily also and see what happened. So the daily is a different story. So big pump towards the downside, then market opened higher. There's a bit of a gap here, but once again, overall we can see market is trying to respect this trend line over here, which is nice. Let's jump into the S&P. Pretty similar thing happening. This is the trend line, so trying to follow that. Once again, you can see actually from here onwards, look at all of this action towards the upside, RSI going down. So bearish divergence forming on daily time frame. So let's quickly check the fib levels, what happens. Maybe this can give us an idea. So 618 level is sitting at 4300, so that is one of the retests that is possible, but for me, at least in the short term, is this level here, 4450, and this level here roughly 4400. So this level here, even the peak in volume is available, this can get tested. So yes, we have to be careful of this. Now let's try to put another fib level, which is from the recent low to the current price, and we are getting the level of 0.236 at 4388. So yes, telling us this area might come into play, and if there's a drop into this area, I think we will start to form some hidden bullish divergence. This might help us continue the pump upwards towards this peak in volume, which is sitting at roughly 4650. So this is the sort of action that is possible. As you know, September will be the next interest rate increase, so it's sort of a clear path till September. So little bit retest and then continue upwards is possible, and hopefully we see that type of action. So talking about the US stocks, let's quickly jump into Apple. Very strong upward trend, and let me remind you that August 3rd is the financial results that will be announced. Look at this over here, estimate 1.19 and revenue estimate 81.7. So yeah, Thursday 3rd August will be the results for Apple, and if they are above expectation, then I think we are going to cross 200 very easily. So we have to be careful of this, but overall very strong upward action. RSI staying above the 50 mark, telling us that yes, uptrend is there. So this is nice for Apple stock. And talking about some retest that can actually happen, given that financial results are as expected or below expectation, first retest would be somewhere around here, $182, these peaks over here, and next one can be around 175, which is over here. But the key thing is the financial result on 3rd August. So if we are able to surpass the expectation, then yes, we are looking towards 200. But once again, even if there's a retest of 170, 180, that is perfectly fine, as we were consolidating our position in this range around the $140 mark. So quite the leeway we have. Even if it goes into the 160s, 175, we can just collect some more. Now let's check the fib levels from this recent low to the highs, and look at this 0.236 level sitting at 180, 382 level sitting at 170 almost. So this level 382 level is actually looking more probable. Why? Look at this peak in volume sitting at 172. So this is possible. We cannot ignore this. So let's see how the market reacts, because you can see very less volume in this area. If there's a drop, then we are talking about this level first, and then we can see by that time hopefully the 200 moving average would have come back up and try to meet that over here, and then maybe continue upwards. It not only depends on what the it not only depends on what the financial results are, but also the forward guidance that the company presents. If they are expecting that their sales will continue to be strong, then yes, even if the results are not that great, some dip will happen and then hopefully come back up. Also talking about US stocks, Tesla doing well. I talked about this earlier also. Let me zoom in over here. So for Tesla, look at this, higher low market was forming, but lower low on the RSI. Hence we are getting some bullish divergence. This is a hidden bullish divergence. So this is something we have to be careful of. Not careful of, but this is a good development that is happening. Also look at this crossover between the RSI happening. So this is another plus. And now we can see that the structure has changed a little bit, and hopefully from this bullish divergence we will continue upwards. Crossing 300, 310 is the major thing right now, because after that I think we are clear till 350. So hopefully we clear this and keep moving forward. Now this whole week the biggest gainer or the biggest movement was seen in the NIO stock, and you can see an insane pump in price, very strong upward move. 200 moving average sitting at almost 15 for NIO. So we were lucky enough to consolidate in this range over here, $8 to $10. So like I mentioned before, I will just keep holding this and we will see this till the end. Hopefully it goes back into the 30s. But for now, let's quickly check the fib levels and let's see what they tell us. If I go from the all-time low to the all-time high, so somewhere around here, yeah, 0.236 level is sitting at roughly $16, and that is where we are right now. So yes, reaching first resistance. But there's an interesting thing. If I zoom in on this daily chart and just try to draw up the fib levels on this also, it becomes more interesting. So look at this level here, this area 10.87 to 9.96, which is the 0.5 level and the 0.618 level. This is known as the gold zone. So this is sitting here. This is one of the retests that is possible, but before that 0.382 level also very important. So maybe something of this sort can happen, come back down to retest and then continue upwards. But like I said, we were able to, in this wedge is where we were able to build our position. So there is no rush of buying some more right now. We'll just sit and wait. So for NIO, I'm just holding it for the long term plan. Is once we see maybe $25-30 somewhere around here, we can sell our initial investment and just keep the profit in the market. So for example, if you had put $1,000 at 25, it would have become roughly $2,500. So you just go and sell NIO stock worth $1,000. So you take out your initial investment, so you're completely risk free, and you let the profit run in the market for whatever many years, 2, 3, 5. Hopefully go in this range first and then go back towards 60. But of course right now market is very hopeful about NIO. It will always depend on the actual deliveries, what they do in China and globally. Next earnings on 26 September, so still there is a lot of time. But yeah, monthly deliveries are very, very important. So look at this gap in volume here, and next peak is available at $19. So maybe small retest and then jump back towards $19-20. So this is something that we can expect to see. But also for NIO, I just uploaded like 2 days back full detailed analysis. If you want, you can watch that also. So let's quickly take a look at crypto, because we are interested in that, starting with the total market cap itself, 1.14 trillion, trying to respect this trend line here. So this is good as long as we respect this trend line. And if I zoom in, I want to show you what is happening. Price was like this and now trying to consolidate in this range. Moving averages are available here also. So hopefully we see a nice bounce towards the upside from here, and that is the sort of action we want to see. Talking about crypto, let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. Again, we are seeing a drop, which is good. We want the dominance to go back into the 46-47 region over here, and if the market caps starts to increase or even remains the same and dominance is going down, that means the altcoins will start to perform very well, and that is exactly what we want to see. So let's take a look at Bitcoin itself, what is happening currently. So overall, this trend line is from the start of the year, trying to respect this trend line, but there is something on the 4-hour chart actually which I want to share with you, very important, which is this bear flag over here. Look at this drop, bear flag formed, and now we are getting rejected once over here, retest failed again. So this is the sort of thing which is happening from this bear flag. So if we assume a drop from here, full drop, we are talking about 28 100, 27 500, this area here can come into play for Bitcoin. So this is something you have to be careful of. Now let's take a look at Dow Jones. Also very strong upward move. For a long time price was stuck between this range, 34,000, 33,000. Finally we have a nice breakout after this double top here. So now that price has pumped so much, there is quite the chance there will be a retest of lower level somewhere around here, 34, 600, 500. That is possible, and then continue upwards. So yeah, have to be careful and look at this. Double top was here where the price is currently sitting. So yes, we are in the resistance zone, so we have to be careful. Another very important factor is this one over here, which is the number of stocks above the 50-day moving average. So we are sitting at 80, we went up till 89, and this area here above 75 is actually from where we start seeing drop in the market, and below 25 is where we see that okay, there will be a pump soon. But now we are in this range, so this can mean that some correction can happen towards the downside, or it can also mean the price will start to consolidate at the current levels. By that time the stocks will start to go below the 50 moving averages, and this will start to come down. So yeah, some sort of a cool down can happen in the next few weeks. But overall, like I mentioned before regarding the Nasdaq, that yes, some retest and then continue upwards is what we are looking for. Even in these stocks like Tesla, we are seeing that there is a hidden bullish divergence that has started to form, and hopefully we see a pump from this divergence. Now let's take a look another one. First we'll look at Virgin Galactic, because this was another stock that I am hoping will do well. This is currently at 3.9, purchase is around $4, and once again this is a do or die stock. So either it will go to maybe $10-15 and give us 3-4x, or it will go to 0. Hence I have put the risky money here. Next one is actually very interesting. Beyond Meat has suddenly started to perform, at least in the short term. If I just quickly go to the 4-hour chart, so trying to develop this nice uptrend over here. Let's quickly put up some lines so we can mark this out. So you can see this is what is happening on Beyond Meat, and not only this, large pump here, and look at this. Sorry, my drawing is not that great, but yeah, so this bull flag is actually forming. We are at the top part of the channel, so maybe a retest towards maybe 14 and a half, and then try to break out from here, at least go back into this region and try to take out these highs over here is what we want to see, which is around the $20 mark. So if we go around the $20 mark, that is actually going to be very good, because we have been able to accumulate around $10-11, and hopefully we see a nice bounce even at $20-21. Look at what is happening. This support here, which will become resistance here. So yeah, if we go to this range, which means we would have done a 2x on our investment. Once again, we can just take out our initial investment, and leave the profit in the market, so that in the long run, if we go back towards 60, 70, we can reap those benefits. This is actually a very nice trick for whoever is investing. Whenever you see that your investment has done a 2 or 3x, it's always better to take out your initial investment and leave the profit in the market. That way your capital is completely safe. There will never be any loss for you, because you have taken out your initial investment and let the profit run into the market. So this was just a quick overall view of what is happening. So I hope you like this analysis, and once again, don't forget to subscribe, like and share. And a reminder, markets are very volatile. If you are planning to do active day trading, please consider using proper risk management. Thank you and see you.